What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. All right, so check this out. In Nigeria, they got this food called pop, right? Pop, right? P-O-P, right? And they eat this food. They eat pop like in the morning times. Usually it's a morning, like a breakfast type of food, right? Grainy, right? It reminds me of grits, right? And it reminded me of grits. And I had pop for the first time last month when I was in Nigeria. I had pop for the first time. And when I was eating it, I was like, you know what this tastes like? This reminds me of like some sort of porridge or some sort of grits or some sort of grain that we eat in the U.S., right? Come to find out, pop is a type of corn. It's like cornmeal. And y'all know African Americans, we use cornmeal for various different things, whether we're frying something or whether you can eat cornmeal as a breakfast. But it was kind of like grits, but it was grainy like grits. And yet again, I'm like, you know what? We African Americans, we eat grits. And we don't know why we eat grits, right? We don't know why we eat a lot of the foods that we eat in America. And why a lot of our African American foods are so similar to foods in Nigeria, right? And, you know, the only way to explain it is that the foods in Nigeria that we were used to eating for thousands of years, when we were brought to the Americas to farm for white folks, we also brought those crops with us, right? But the difference between farming in America and farming in Nigeria is Nigeria, in that whole area, you can farm all year round. You get 3, 4, 5 crops a season, depending on what you're growing. In America, you got like one season. You got one time in a year to really grow all your stuff, right? Which is very limiting. But we as agricultural specialists, we did it anyway. But there was a point in time where we could not grow the foods that we were used to eating. So we found substitutes. The same way some people are lactose intolerant, right? So instead of using milk, they'll use oat milk. They'll use almond milk. They'll use some sort of non-dairy creamer, right? Why? Because the regular dairy that they would have used is either not conducive for their stomach or not available. So they just substitute, right? And so pop is another food, right, that was substituted by Africans who farmed in America, and we substituted it, which was called grits. You eat it literally the same way, for the same reason, with the same foods on the side. Just like when I was in Africa and I was showing you beans and rice, right? Black-eyed peas and rice. That is a traditional, ancient, staple African dish. Staple, right? Jollof rice. The same rice we eat in America, yellow rice. The same rice we eat in America, jambalaya, gumbo. All that is different versions of jollof rice. Same shit, right? So literally, and oh, by the way, rice in America was brought to America by Africans. So all that rice you eat in America, I just want to let you know, the rice culture in America and Mexico, all those Latinos eating rice, that was brought to America by African people from Africa, because rice comes from Asia and Africa. That's where it originates from. And we brought the rice. All those Latinos with their rice dishes, those are all African dishes. If it got rice in it, it's African. Period. Right? So this is just another example. Pop. P-O-P. Look it up. Pop. Nigerian pop. Right? It's just to say it's like yellow grits. So the more we get to know each other, the more we start putting these puzzle pieces together, we'll figure out that what we call soul food, and the reason why there's soul in it is because we put the spirit in our food, unlike other groups of people that don't put any spirit in their food. And in African food, they also put the spirit in their food. The same way we pray over our food, they pray over their food. The same way we treat food and treat gatherings of family members and friends around food is the same way Africans do it. So when people say we don't have a culture, which is weird because they'll say it while practicing our culture, right? I always thought that was weird, right? But we in fact do. Our culture is just African culture. That's all it is. It's African culture modified in America to fit us in America. It's multiple different African kingdoms and their cultures that are consistent with each other, but varies in certain aspects, melded together here. So African American, right, African American culture is just the multitude of African culture in America, because American culture is African culture that's been usurped by white folks. Because when you say American, you're really saying African American culture. Because if you take the African American out of America, what would you have? No one can answer that question. All right. So this video was just about pop and grits, another food discovered to be the same thing, just slightly different, modified, because either we couldn't grow it or we had to find another crop to change it in order to continue to eat the way we used to eating, back in the motherland. Anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. This is Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
Guys, tell me why I was 2 years old when I found out that when Americans talk about grits, they're talking about pap. Americans eat pap.
Well, you're definitely not wrong. The main difference between the corn that you use to make pop and the corn that we use to make grits, it's a different type of corn. It's fields corn. It is generally white, and it goes through a process where you soak the corn kernels so that it removes the husks and makes it easier to process. It also gives the corn a slightly different taste and texture. But when it comes to cornmeal, the grits is going to be a little bit more coarser, and cornmeal that we use to make pop is going to be much more fine. In the Caribbean, I'm from the Caribbean, we use cornmeal to make different dishes, and I guess it's like pop. Yeah, definitely like pop, like ugali. We also we make cornmeal porridge, and it's very similar to akamu. So, same ingredient, all made from corn. It's either used as a porridge, as part of a dish, as a side. But yeah, basically it is the same dish. Slightly different processing, but same dish. It's good, isn't it?
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Wait. Before you go, for all my subscribers and philanthropists out there, I'm building a solar power community water bowl system in Nigeria. It's going to cost between $5,000 and $6,000. I'm trying to raise money. If you want to participate and help me build this solar power water system, please donate to the Cash App and put solar water in the notes. Solar water in the notes. I'll put PayPal, Stripe, and Zelle. Anyway, thank you. That's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out. Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.